Welcome back, students. See, in element there are three parts: metal, non-metals and metalloids. Now we are going to discuss about the metals. What do you mean by the metal? Metal is an element that is malleable, ductile and conduct electricity. Ductile and malleable. Now what do you mean by the malleable, ductile, conduct electricity? These are the main property of metals. Okay. Now malleability, it means it's the property when we are hammering and beating that element, and when it turns into the thin sheet, it is called as a malleable. Is it clear? कोई भी एलिमेंट है, अगर हम उसे हथौड़ी से, हैमरिंग से बीट करते हैं, मारते हैं, और जब हम उसे थिन शीट में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, when it convert into thin sheet, that property of that particular element is called as a malleable. Is it clear? Now ductile. Ductile, it means when it's the property when that element can be drawn or stretched into thin wire. जैसे कि एल्यूमिनियम की वायर होती है, कॉपर की वायर होती है, जो वायर्स हम देखते हैं, that wire, that particular element is having the property is ductility. It is clear. And conduct electricity. Conduct electricity, it means that the elements are a very good conductor of electricity. Is it clear? That's why we are using the aluminum and copper wire is there for the electricity fitting. Is it clear? Understood? Now see, there are some of the properties of metal. Which are the first property? Metal are malleable. Metal are malleable, it means what? I told you the meaning of the malleable word, which can be hammered or turn into the thin sheet without breaking. बिना टूटे जब वो एक thin sheet में convert होता है, उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? malleable. जैसे कि हम लोग हमारी simple भाषा में कहते हैं पत्रा. That patra is nothing but a thin sheet. Is it clear? Now, there are some of the elements which are having the very good malleability characteristics, like gold, silver, aluminium and copper. Understood? This silver and gold, okay? Silver we are using, it is malleable, and due to its malleability, it is used for decorating the sweets. If you go through the aluminium and copper, even the gold is also converted into thin sheet. Is it clear? Gold को हम कैसे भी मरोड़ सकते हैं, कैसे भी, it is having a very good kind of malleability, high malleability it is having. Then if you go to the aluminum and copper, you know that we are using the aluminum and copper utensils. So this aluminum and copper are turned into the thin sheet, and that sheet which is prepared, it is called as a foil, F-O-I-L, foil. You know that aluminum foil we are using for wrapping the chapatis and all. Understood? This foil is used to for the packing of the medicines, for the biscuits and other etc snacks we are packing in that aluminum foil. Copper are using for making the utensils. Is it clear? You ask to your mother what is the aluminum utensil and what are the copper utensil. You can see everybody's home is having these two varieties of utensils. Is it clear? सबके घर में aluminum और copper के बर्तन होते हैं. You ask to your mother, she will show you. Is it clear? Now see the second property. Metals are ductile. Ductile, it means that metal can be drawn into thin sheet. हम उस metal को thin sheet में convert कर सकते हैं. The best example of that ductility is gold and silver. Gold और silver, जैसे कि हम लोग gold के ornaments पहनते हैं. So that's gold and silver. If you take the silver example, 100 milligram of silver you can stretch into 200 meter of wire. 100 milligram of silver से हम 200 meter की एक stretched wire बना सकते हैं. You know that wires which we are using, that wire is also due to the property of ductility. Those elements, aluminium wire होती है, copper wire होती है, जो electricity के लिए use होती है, and for the other purpose also we are using. So all these are having the ductility property. When it will be ductile, when we are hammering without breaking, when we are stretching it, that can be converted into the thin wire, and all those things are used for the purposes, different purposes. Is it clear? Now third property, metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Now you know that metal are very good conductor of heat and electricity. If you take the silver is a very good conductor of electricity. Among them, copper and aluminum is also. You see why we are using the copper and aluminum utensil in our kitchen. because they show take the very low resistance for heating. वो बहुत कम परसेंट में हीट को एब्सॉर्ब करते हैं, बट पासेस इन अ वेरी हाई कंडक्टिंग इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. It means conduction of heat and electricity it means the thermal conductivity. Thermal मतलब heat को conduct करना, it means thermal conductivity. So this copper and aluminum are the very good and best conductor of heat and electricity. They are called as a very good thermal conductors. Is it clear? So the utensils which we are using, they are absorbing the very low resistance of heat and providing the very high percentage of heat or conductivity. They are taking the high percentage of conductivity of heat. That's why the food is cooked very immediately in it. See, there are some other elements, but the lead, among the element, lead is the very poor conductor of heat and electricity. Is it clear? So that's why these cannot be used. But aluminium, copper and silver are the very best and good conductor of heat and electricity. That's why we are using all these. Next property is metal are lustrous, shiny and can be polished. Lustrous, shiny मतलब चमकदार. Silver and gold. Why we using these element, even the copper? Why we are using these elements for wearing? Because they are having a very different kind of shine. Shiny, they are very lustrous. The metals which are having the shiny surface, they are called as a shiny or lustrous characteristics. That's why this gold and silver are useful for making the ornaments. And last property is metals are generally hard. See, iron, copper and aluminum are very hard. They cannot be cut into the pieces. They are having the very hard texture, and hardness of the metal are depend upon the metal to metal only. If you go to the sodium and potassium, they are soft metals, so they are cut by the knife. So remaining properties we are going to see in the next session. Till then, bye.